from Hillary Clinton, the Democratic frontrunner, laying out her economic plan today. She's going to lay out the broad, this is what I want to do, not all the specifics, but she says there should be wage equality, meaning battle wage inequality, increase the minimum wage, paid family and medical leave would be a centerpiece of a Clinton president, she says, and like Bernie Sanders, now another Democrat, she says she's willing to raise taxes on the wealthy to bring some of that money in. A little bit of, if you look at this, popular with the Democratic base, and it also sets up the classic Democrat-Republican argument that the Democrats are trying to use the power of government, the regulation of government, income redistribution of government to help the economy.
Yeah, it's pretty classic Democratic economics. I'm not sure how much new we learn about Hillary Clinton from this plan. What I do think is interesting is she's actually taking a page out of the Barack Obama playbook. It worked for him in the 2012 race. It didn't necessarily work for Democrats in 2014 because they didn't really hammer this. But this idea of raising taxes on the wealthy, if you look at polling, if you ask that question generally, Americans tend to side with Democrats on raising taxes on the wealthy. She's going to try to hammer this message and make it look also like she is being tougher on big corporations. One of the more interesting things in her plan, I think, is an idea to have tax breaks that would incentivize corporations to share profits with their employees. That's something that really speaks to what is now kind of the Bernie Sanders wing of this party.
You mentioned the Bernie Sanders wing. Progressive this morning already saying, great, we love a lot of these proposals. We're glad to hear more. But what are you going to do about Wall Street? Will you be tougher on Wall Street? You've talked about this before, where she says we have to keep an eye on them, but she hasn't really come out there like a Bernie Sanders or like an Elizabeth Warren and says we don't just have to keep an eye on them, we have to change the rules.
No, quite the opposite. Hillary is saying that everyone can win under her plan, that businesses can do better, the economy can grow, and we can share those gains more broadly. And that's certainly a message that resonates with a lot of people. But to the left, they're saying, no, we need to take away from the people at the top, from Wall Street. And redistribution may be a trade-off with growth. Bernie Sanders says this, that we may not want to grow the economy so aggressively if all the gains are just going to the top 1%. Clinton, on the other hand, is saying that you can do both. You can have growth and you can have this redistribution.